Hey everyone, how are you all doing today? I was going to make a video about procrastination today, but I decided that I'll put it off until next Monday and just talk about something else today. So I'm just kidding, I'm going to make a video about procrastination because a lot of you have asked about it. You asked if I procrastinate and if I can give tips for people who do procrastinate. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to talk about procrastination because I too procrastinate and I know how you feel. So first of all, if you don't know what procrastination is, it's when you put something off. Whether it's the last minute, whether it's because you want to do something else or you just don't feel like doing it, that's procrastination. When you put something else in front of something that you know it needs to be done, but you just don't do it. So if you wait till the very last minute to hand in a homework assignment, that's procrastination. So anyways, before I get into the tips, I wanted to share a story about my own personal procrastination. It was freshman year of college and I had a 7-page paper due. I don't know why it was 7 pages. I don't know what teacher goes, hey, you should do a 7-page paper. Why not 6? Why not 8? Whatever. Anyways, a 7-page paper was due and I put it off to the very last minute because I think I was busy playing RuneScape or I was busy hanging out with my friends. I was doing something other than my schoolwork, which I shouldn't have done, but I did get a 4.0 that semester, so whatever. But anyways, I should have done this 7-page paper. And I put it off to the very last minute, and I decided to do it the night before it was due. So, long story short, I spent the whole night doing this paper, and I got only about 5 pages done, and it was already the next morning in time for class. So I was pulling my hair out, I was freaking out saying, oh my god, I didn't finish, I have to hand in a hard copy by today, what am I gonna do? But I went to class that day, and I brought my laptop, and while he was teaching the first half of the class, I finished my paper. I was actually doing my paper in the class that it was due for. And then once we had a break in between classes before we handed in the paper, I went to the edit lab, I printed it out, and I handed it in. And I was on time, and it was all done. But that was the most serious case of procrastination that I can remember me doing. Is I had a 7-page paper, I got 5 pages done the night before, and in the class, I actually did the rest of my paper. And then I printed it out during class time, and I handed it in, and it was on time, and I got an A on it, but still, it was really bad, and it's extremely stressful. So, a few tips that I have for procrastination is just don't do it. I mean, that seems pretty straightforward, but don't procrastinate. Once you get an assignment, do it. That's actually my approach this year because I have schoolwork and work, so I have to balance the two and know when I can get stuff done. So usually once I get an assignment from college this year, I will immediately do it. Once I get home, in between my classes, whenever I have free time, I will immediately do my work. And I know that's harder said than done because trust me, I want to procrastinate just as much as anyone else. I want to play RuneScape instead of doing my work, just like everyone else in the world. So I know how you're gonna feel if you stop procrastinating, but trust me, it's an even better feeling when you have a piece of work due and you know it's already done. You don't have to be stressed out, you don't have to worry about it, you'll have it done and ready for next class. You put it in your folder, you forget about it, when class comes around, you finish the homework. You finish your assignment, you don't have to worry about it. So if you just don't procrastinate, that solves everything. But if you are gonna procrastinate anyway, definitely just schedule your procrastination. Now that sounds kind of weird, but definitely schedule your procrastination. Set out a specific day that you're going to do your assignment or your work or whatever you have to get done. Don't put it off to the last minute, don't put it off till the day before. Put it on a certain day. Put it down on the calendar as I will do my work on this day. So let's say you have a full week and your assignment is due on Friday. Schedule Wednesday. No matter what you have to do then, make sure that Wednesday you get it done. You dedicate that whole day to it. Now, that's technically procrastination because say you got the assignment 2 Fridays ago, you could have done it any time before then. But if it's coming close to the day it's due, schedule a certain day that week where you will get it done. Because if you have to do it the night before, you're just going to be stressed out. And also you'll have more leeway time. If you don't finish on Wednesday, you can always finish it on Thursday. So make sure you give yourself enough time to be able to finish the assignment and not procrastinate the full way. Because yes, everyone loves to procrastinate. There might be something that you want to do instead. There might be something that comes up that's more important. Whatever it may be, whether you have priorities or not, set a certain day that you will do the work that you're originally procrastinating because trust me, it will take a lot of stress off of you. And one last tip, make sure that you prioritize. If you have a lot of things that you need to get done, a lot of work, a lot of chores, whatever it may be, if you have a lot of things that need to get done, prioritize it. Because if you have to do a lot of things, you'll forget what you have to do. So use a planner or write something down so you can remember what you have to get done and make sure you get everything done in order and prioritize it so that the most important thing gets done first. Say if you have something that's due on Friday and you have something that's due on Thursday, make sure that you get the thing that's due on Thursday done first and then the thing that's due on Friday. So just try to prioritize anything that you have to do, whether it's work related, school related, whatever it may be. Prioritize things so that the most important things are done first and that you have enough time to do everything else as well. And honestly, when it comes down to it, people procrastinate because they know their own limits. They know how fast they can do something, they know how much time they need for something. So usually people procrastinate because they know what they can do in a certain amount of time, so they either give themselves enough time to do it, or they just make sure that they have that much time to do it on another day. So that's why people procrastinate, not just because you want to do something else and you have something more important that you want to do and because you don't have priorities. It's mainly because you know what you're capable of. So procrastination isn't always a bad thing. I know some people that have to procrastinate to get their work done and they actually work better under stress and pressure and a certain amount of time. So there are people like that, and if you are one of those people, then all power to you. Best of luck with procrastinating. Best of luck with getting all of your work done. I know you can do it because you know your limits. But if you're not one of those people, then you have to get your work done. Don't procrastinate. I know it sounds really bold of me to say it, but don't be lazy. Just get your work done, because trust me, I know from my personal experience that it feels super good to have your work done way before it's due. You never want to be stressed out. You never want to wait until the last minute to do anything. It feels so good to just get stuff done once you have the assignment or way before it's due, because it relieves this weight off of your shoulders that you weren't aware that you had. It just feels so much better, and you can do all of the other things that you want to get done. So that was my story and advice on procrastination. I hope I helped some of you out if you procrastinate. It's not always a bad thing, like I said, but if you're doing it just because you're lazy and you don't want to do the work, just get it done before it's due and get it done the day you get the assignment. And just see how good it feels and see how much free time you have to do the thing that you wanted to put it off for. You'll have a lot of excess time and you won't have to worry throughout the week about getting it done. So there are positives and negatives to procrastination, but I hope I gave you all a few tips that helped you with it if you are struggling with procrastination. I've been through it as well. Trust me, everyone's been through it and everyone procrastinates. But I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Later, everyone.